Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message for today, and I wanted to talk about the energy changes and a sense of renewal and rebirth that I can definitely feel now that I have actively changed situations in my own life. So, as you probably know, and have noticed, I haven't posted at all, well, very sparsely for quite some time now. And there is a reason for that. It's because I was too stressed, too exhausted, too drained, and on the verge of becoming completely depressed. And I've come to the realization that I don't need to lead that life. And the reason for that, and some of you may know if you've been following me, is that I've been studying for my second degree, this time in psychology. I already have a degree in business from when I was younger, when I first went to university years and years ago. But I thought that maybe studying psychology might help me in a way to gain respect from people for the work that I do, because everyone kind of sees spiritual work as a bit of a silly hobby or a weird pastime. And I thought, okay, if I'm to be taken seriously, surely with another degree behind me, I will be respected and accepted for the work that I do. But studying for this second degree has really made me unhappy, deeply, deeply unhappy, very drained, very lonely, very sad, and to the point that I just broke. I broke. And I feel like I needed to break. It was a necessary trial. It was necessary for me to hit rock bottom, in a way, so that I can free myself from the beliefs, from what I think other people will project onto me. It doesn't matter what other people think. I know that I'm already good enough. I know that my work speaks for itself. I've been able to have my business running for 4 years, and I don't see it ever stopping. I can only see it expanding, and that is my intention, for expansion and growth. And I've had loyal clients, you know who you are, that have been with me for years, and that's what I'm proud of. The work that I've been able to do with my clients, the work that I can share success stories from, the growth that I've seen in people. And to be honest, I haven't seen this type of growth in my studies. They focus more on medical trials, on calculating results from medical trials, and this is really not what I signed up for. I thought that I would be learning more about the human condition, about how to help people out of it, but instead I've been faced with a lot of difficulty with, focusing on labs, medical trials, and pumping people full of medication that I even don't believe in myself. And because I don't believe in it myself, my passion has died. And I was sort of just trying to make it through just for the sake of getting that second degree, but it was making me miserable. It was really depreciating my life's quality as well. I didn't have time for friends, barely had time for friends. When I did have time for friends, I could only give them a certain amount of hours. I didn't have all that time for my family. I had limited days which I could dedicate to seeing my sister, and I know she needs me more because of the whole pandemic situation and being in lockdown. It has been hard, and to not get that much time to come and see me, I'm sure has really made things tough for her. And for myself, I've neglected my own health, my body, my mental health. And it became too much. And I had to come to terms with that I probably wouldn't be able to finish my second degree because my heart isn't in it. My passion isn't in it. I'm staring at a book and my brain is not absorbing these formulas, these... It looked like algebra. Well, it is algebra, and I was so just terrible at algebra when I was younger. I mean, I can do basic maths. I do my own accounts, and, I'm pretty good when it comes to straightforward calculations. But when it comes to these formulas and these programmings I have to put into this software, and it's become more about that than it has become about helping people. And that's what's really discouraged me and broke me down to the point where I thought, what am I trying to prove? And who am I trying to prove this to? I'm good enough right now. A second degree is not going to make me, excuse me, is not going to make me more accepted. If I cannot accept myself for who I am right now, then how are people supposed to? You set the standard for how others should be treating you. And if you know in your heart that you are good enough right now, then you don't need to prove anything to anyone. And I know this is just my example of why I've been broken down to finally setting myself free. But you could have other issues. You could possibly have maybe weight issues or family issues, financial issues, all sorts of things, right? It's not just about career and those kinds of things, but that's my example. And my business that I have here with all of you wonderful clients already speaks for itself. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. If I'm able to sustain a business for 4 years that I've only been able to give half of my attention to, because as you all know, I've been studying, but also I've been, I'm still working part-time in the financial sector, then it's like, wow, if I can sustain this business with only kind of having limited time and resources to give to it, then who knows what more amazing work I can do now that I'll be able to give more time towards it. And that's what I want. And so I contacted my parents, which I dreaded doing because it's easy for them to say, oh, just, try a little bit longer. It's not them who are having a lesser life because of this. They aren't the ones stressed and depressed and stress eating or losing weight. Their weight isn't fluctuating up and down because of stress and because of depression. Luckily, they did understand. But it's my life. I have to do what makes me happy. And the work that I do with my clients is what gives me passion and joy. And where I can see tangible results that people are being helped. And that's what's important to me. And so I wanted to share this because I hope that whoever is going through a similar situation, and most likely with something else, not actual this issue, that you can find strength in this message and that you can find a way forward. The message is, live now. I've asked myself this for years. When can my life finally begin? And this morning I just said, no, I want to begin now. I don't want to wait 2-3 more years. I don't want to have to do a master's. I don't want to have to do more studying. A PhD is ridiculous. I can't. I want to start now. Because I thought about my life and I thought, what kind of a life is it that, say for instance, my person knocked on my door tomorrow, I would have to say to him, well, I can only give you, for example, Saturdays and Sundays, and I can't see or talk to you any other day because I'm too overwhelmed with my work and my studies. What kind of a life is that? Even now, having to tell my friends and my family, oh, well, I've only got this amount of time to give to you. That's utterly crazy and ridiculous. I became self-employed so I would have more of a control of my life, but I felt that I was losing control and I was getting less of a quality of life, and everyone around me seemed to just be able to work and then come home and then chill, and I didn't even have that. I always had these stupid projects in the back of my mind going round and round and round, and me trying to figure out how I was going to finally understand these formulas and the way that the calculations worked. I just had to accept it's just not for me. And it's not worth it. And I cannot put my life on hold for something that I'm not even passionate about, and something that I know is not going to even make me a better person. I am already the best person now. So if you were ever wondering, when can my life begin? Look at what you can do now to make yourself happy. Do you really need to stick to the path that you're on? Or can you make a different path for yourself that's going to bring so much more happiness and so much more fulfillment? Because if you can find that, then you can finally set yourself free. I hope that this message helps you. If you would like to connect with me, all the details are in the description. I've noticed that PayPal Me has for some reason changed their format. So if you need help with that, or you'd like rather send for me to send you an invoice, because I know those are easier for some reason than these PayPal Me links, then do let me know. I still have some offers on as well. They'll be listed below. But thank you all so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.